Hey everyone, Sir Agnach here and welcome to another video. On today's video I have a special attack I haven't seen anyone else do or post on YouTube, so I'm bringing it here for you. Last year during Halloween we had the Royal Ghost, a troop that was broken and everyone was tripling every base with it. This year we had the Skeleton Barrel and I haven't seen anyone uploading videos about it yet. So we were doing some friendly challenges here at Resistance and Berna came up with this army. It's mainly 10 loons, 5 healers, a couple of super wall breakers, a headhunter, and 25 Skelly barrels. Also funneling and cleanup troops, and also the spells are 4 rages, 2 freezes, and a poison. In CC you want hogs, a rage, and also a siege barracks. So now let me show you Berna smashing some of my bases with this attack, and at the end I have a couple of replays of myself trying this attack to see if it's actually viable to use it or not. So let's go to the first attack. So here's Berna with the first attack and he's coming with a queen charge from 12. So what I've noticed with him, mainly with this attack, is 75% your queen charge and then the rest of the base as if it was a queen charge Lalo attack. So he starts his queen charge from 12, as I said, have a baby drag and the Skelly barrel at 10, and uses the super wall breaker. He wants his queen to go into the town hall. What he told me is mainly if you can get the town hall with your queen, go for that as your number one priority with this attack. Now his queen gets the enemy queen. The queen just doesn't want to go into the town hall, so Ben is gonna have to come up with another way of doing it. Puts the siege barracks around 8 and starts going in. The queen now is hitting through a wall, so she's gonna be able to go inside and get the scatter, the expo, and then go to the town hall as well. Now, because this army you really need to be good with queen charges, and I'm really bad with queen charges. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, but if you stick around and you watch the last couple of attacks, if you want to see someone that is horrible with queen charges do this attack, then stick around and watch those attacks. It's actually quite powerful and I was surprised myself. His queen is still alive. She's now in the middle of the base getting rid of some of the defenses there, the royal champion, and there was one hog still alive but now he's dead. Uses the royal champ ability. The single inferno goes down to one of the loons. The queen is still alive with ability. The minions get put down. There's the Tesla, that's done. That builder hut goes, and this is his first triple with this army. And I sent him quite a few of my bases. I'm almost fully maxed out after the update, so these are pretty strong bases and he's still managing to triple them. He was tripling almost everything. So here he comes with queen charge. As I said before, he says to go for the town hall with the queen if you can. The queen gets rid of the defending queen, gets rid of the Wiz Tower, uses the king to try to funnel her inside, uses a super wall breaker. Now he puts the poison down. Now as you can see here as well, I've got that annoying CC that everyone hates with queen charges, and he still manages to get through with his queen charge. That's the 2 super minions, the 3 headhunters and 3 archers. If you want to use it, it's actually pretty powerful. Now he brings all his Skelly barrels from around 4 going into the single inferno, and they're gonna be flying kind of like in a counterclockwise formation. Puts the rest of the Skelly barrels from 12, and as you can see he's doing kind of like a Lalo pathing around in a circle. The hogs from the siege barracks come out. Also he uses his warden on air for the loons and the Skelly barrels, but I think you can pretty much swap him whether you want him on air or on ground. This attack is a true hybrid where you've got hogs and the queen charge, which is ground, and then you've got the loons and the Skelly barrels, which is air. So wherever you want the warden to be, it's where you put him, either ground or air. And that's it. This is another base that he smashed. So let's go to the third attack. So he's coming here. Now this is a Legend League base that I used last season. I went all the way up to around 5900 trophies. and he was defending quite well. This is his second attempt on this base. On the first attempt, he ended up getting around a 99% 1-star due to the tank hull, but he comes in again this time around. He said that probably for this base he needed a blimp, but on his second attempt he didn't bring a blimp. He's still using the siege barracks, and we'll see how he makes it work. As you can see as well, I've got 3 multi-infernos, so he freezes the first multi-inferno with the scatter. Now he's gotten rid of both of the multi-infernos. The queen and the king is tanking for the queen. The healer swapped to the king, which is not what he wanted, and he starts with his Skelly barrels, the loons, the warden. He also sends his RC with the Skelly barrels and the loons. As you can see, when the Skelly barrels reach their target, they pop, and then you got a lot of Skellies. So those Skellies are very good at tanking for the RC as well as she's coming through. And he pretty much just destroyed his base. The RC is still with her ability. Not gonna need it. Now he's coming in against KJ. I put this attack because this is a very common, or a very similar common base to some of the Legend League bases that you see out there. So he starts with his queen charge from 12. The Inferno at 12 is a multi, so that's going to be good for his queen charge. Sends the first super wall breaker. Opens the wall a little bit more. Obviously all the walls out there are open. Uses the king to funnel his queen inside. Now she's going against the defending queen. The queen goes down. Now the multi-inferno goes down. Sends the next super wall breaker to open the tank hull. Sends the headhunter. Perfect timing to get enemy of the defending king. Puts the next rage. Now uses the freeze for the tank hull and the RC. The RC goes down. Tank hull goes down as well. And he starts sending his Skelly barrels with the loons and the warden, as well as the royal champ. Use the warden ability. The siege barrack hogs come out, and they're gonna be joining the forces, just trimming all the defenses from the outside, while the Skelly barrels and the RC were trimming the defenses from the inside. One of my super minions there is still alive and is smashing all of his hogs and the loons, but the royal champ now is still alive with the healers, and she's gonna be able to get rid of the remaining defenses. He started with a queen charge and he finishing with a royal champ charge. Very nice attack from Berna. But as I said before, I thought, yeah, maybe this attack is really strong for Berna because he's good with queen charges, but how I'm gonna do with it where my queen charges are pretty shit. So this is I think the last replay from Berna on one of my bases. This is another base that I've used many times in competitive wars as well, and it hasn't been tripled that easily. So he starts with his queen at 12, baby drag at 2 to funnel his queen. Uses the first super wall breaker to break his queen inside. As I said before, his main target with the queen is always the tank hull, and whatever he can get in between. So he's going to be able to get the scatter shot, he's going to be able to get the AD, the whiz tower, which is really good when you're coming in with loons and Skelly barrels. The siege barracks with the king are at 3 o'clock, just creating a bit more of a funnel, and he sends his primary bit of Skelly barrels with loons with the warden and the royal champion first. So he usually sends around like 12 to 13 Skelly barrels with the loons at the beginning, and then he uses the next few Skelly barrels just to start trimming the defenses and buildings on the outside. The Skelly barrel, it's like a loon, but it doesn't only target defenses, it targets anything, any buildings. And as soon as it reaches that building, it pops and it brings all the skeletons to the ground. As you can see, if 2 Skelly barrels get to the same building, one of them will pop and the other one will continue flying. So yeah, that's pretty much it. He manages to smash through this base. The queen is still alive with all her healers. Now uses the queen ability just to get rid of the final few defenses. Only one Tesla left, and this base was crushed as well. Very nicely done by Berna. So here's my first attempt. So I start my queen charge from 9 o'clock, use the loon. We've got the king and the royal champ here, so that's what I wanted to start. Put the reg down, send my headhunter in. It's gonna help my queen get rid of those two heroes, and then she is gonna be able to walk in. So I'm using a baby drag around 7 just to funnel that side, and I use my king on the other side just to make sure that the queen walks inside. Now that second super wall breaker, I wanted to target the wall where the scatter is, but it didn't target that. However, it still opened the wall and she's gonna be able to walk in. The CC got pulled, so I put the poison there. Thankfully the king was still alive with the ability, got rid of the entire CC, and my queen didn't have to fight it. Put another rage down for the tangle to go down. I freeze the expo and the Achitar just to allow my queen to get a bit of her health back up. And I start with what Berna does. The Skelly barrels, the loons, the RC, the warden. Put the siege barracks down. Now the problem with that is that I didn't use the warden ability. I should have used it, but I didn't. I put more Skelly barrels from 3 just to trim the defenses on that side. The queen is still alive in the center of the base. Pretty much all of that side has been killed by the queen. Single Inferno targets my queen, but it still had her ability, so now I put the final rage on her. The single Inferno goes down. We still have 2 Skelly barrels with the loon. The hogs and the RC managed to clear some more defenses, and the queen is gonna be able to clear the last few buildings, and this is a triple. And this is from a player that not very good with queen charges. So I send my first super wall breaker on this final attack. Opens the wall. Now I start my queen again from 9. Again, what Berna said, with the queen you target the temple. So that's what I'm doing. Put the rage down as the warden is hitting her. Use my last super wall breaker to open that wall. And some of the CC comes out, but not all of it. So now all of it comes out. Put the poison down. There's a trillion headhunters, so I put the freeze for the temple and the headhunters. That goes down, and as you can see, the king that I used for funneling has gone all the way around to 1 o'clock. Now, because there's a single Inferno there, I decided to send my Skelly barrels with the loons and warden and RC before that single Inferno starts targeting my queen. Use a warden ability nice and early as scatter shot is about to hit my loons. Put a rage down there just to make sure that these loons get rid of that scatter shot. I put an aggressive rage on the queen just to get rid of the eagle, and then the healers are gonna move into that rage, and she's gonna be able to get rid of the king. And pretty much it. Like all the Skellies, we still have hogs alive, and that's the base done. Well, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. A pretty funky army to use. Only a few days left of the Skelly barrel in case you want to give it a go. If you like the video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.